What has been your biggest pinch me moment? And believe it or not, it happened in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hi, thank you so much for clicking on this. I just really quick want to say thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed, who's commented, who's liked, who's reached out to let me know how much they enjoyed my first ever YouTube video, which is part 1 of this series, where I'm answering Instagram questions all about the entertainment industry. This is part 2 where I dive a little bit deeper into what I do, specifically in public relations, along with some bonus material like the nicest celebrity I ever met. If you don't already know who I am, my name is William Samayoa, but you can call me Will because I will do great things with my life. I live in Los Angeles and I currently work as a film publicity coordinator at a PR agency. I also have experience in TV, broadcast, social media management, and social media marketing. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and make sure to share it with anyone who you think could benefit from hearing my insights and experiences in entertainment. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in. Question 1 is, what's been the most difficult thing about your job? For me, I think the hardest part about my job was learning media relations. Now, before we go any further, let me define media relations for you in case you don't know. Media relations is the relationships to media that you as a publicist have. Any relationship, any connection that you have to media, that is media relations. And a big part of that is maintaining these relationships. You need to know who you're talking to, what their beats are, what interests do they have, and when you should reach out to them. So, how did I overcome this obstacle of media relations? Well, let me tell you. I was so lucky that at the agency I currently work at, my team and my boss just pushed me into the fires of award season. You need to see how interviews are run. You need to see how red carpets are run. Not just like all jobs, it's so scary when you start. You are scared of making mistakes, but let me tell you, no one is perfect, everybody fails. I'm not perfect, you're not going to be perfect when you start in this industry. All you can hope for is that you don't mess up bad enough to get fired, but also that your mistakes turn into a launching point for where you go next. Alright, the second question is, what has been your biggest pinch me moment? Alright, I'll be very honest. The first things that came to my mind were obviously like the celebrity encounters, being at these A-list events, the Oscars, but when I really dug down to ask myself what was that pinch me moment, you know, I thought, what was the moment when I felt like very humbled? Believe it or not, it happened in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Which, by the way, how do you say Arkansas? Do you say Arkansas, Arkansas? Let me know in the comments below how you say it. I'm just gonna call it Arkansas for my purposes. In October, my agency was the consulting agency for a regional film festival located in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I was going to be going with the lead publicist for this project, and I was going to be there for 10 days with him running the entire publicity for this festival. It was up to us to build the media list, get press outlets to the opening night, and then get daily breaks on the festival. Fast forward to opening night, you guys, I let out the biggest sigh of relief when I saw that there were 5 press outlets at the top of the carpet that I had contacted. That huge pinch me moment was finally seeing that all of that work actually amounted into something, and again, it amounted into something in a place I'd never been before, and really my first time ever doing something like that. That's where I really had the moment of, I said, I am a publicist, I really am doing the damn thing. Alright, question number 3 is, what are the skills needed to do your job? Before we get into this, let me know if you would like to see a kind of day in my life as a Hollywood publicist. Alright, let's start off with the first skill, being an avid reader. When I wake up every morning, the first thing that I do is I look at the breaking news. What's happening? What deals are coming out? What are the agencies saying? What are the news? What is buzzworthy? What is happening in the industry? You need to know how these things are all connected so you can find how to amplify your projects, how to amplify your voice to make sense of all of this. On to number 2. If you want to work in communications and entertainment, you have to be an excellent communicator. When you are a publicist, you are constantly pitching. Your communication skills have to be impeccable. Now, whether you're already in the industry or you're trying to break into it, I cannot recommend enough drafting your writing. And number 3 is, and I cannot stress number 3 enough, if you want to be a Hollywood publicist, you cannot be a fan. There's a difference between being a professional in entertainment and just being a fan of the industry. And if you are a fan, I'm sorry, but maybe you should stay a fan, because if you go into the industry and you try to sneak in selfies or you just try to hang out at Hollywood parties, you are not going to last. Just don't be a fan. Be a fan of yourself. The 4th question is, what did your day look like before social distancing and currently? Currently, I am home in Los Angeles, but in another world, I would actually be right now in New York at the Tribeca Film Festival. One thing to note is that depending on where you work, your PR efforts can look a little different every day. But at the heart of it, as a publicist, you are constantly pitching, you are constantly providing press coverage reports, and you are securing and scheduling interviews. A lot of my day-to-day is researching the outlets that I can put my clients in. Number 2 is I'm constantly reporting back to my clients on the opportunities that I have secured them, along with their distributors if they have any, or any other entities that may be connected to the project. Your job is to build them buzz and build them noteworthiness so that whether they are seeking distribution or they are seeking to later down the road do an awards run, they have that momentum because you have already laid the foundation down for them. The 3rd thing is, it is up to you to schedule, lock in, and commit press to do interviews with your talent. Now it's time for anecdote/bonus question. A question I got was, who is the nicest celebrity that you've ever met? I won't say any names, none of that, but I will say the nicest celebrity experience that I ever had actually happened in Sundance in Park City, Utah. I was at a party, and at this party I met someone who I adore. She has a connection to, I can't say what she does, but she was so sweet and she was so nice. And again, that moment just instilled in me that if you are willing to put in the work, if you are willing to prove yourself, then all of the luxuries and glamour and the money will only get there if you present yourself as a young professional. Now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching until the end. Remember that you can connect with me on social media with my info here. I am always happy to connect and just be part of your network if this is part of what you want to do. Again, make sure to subscribe and like and send this video to anyone who you think might learn something.